Moon in Libra, sextile the Sun in Sagittarius, squaring the Capricorn stellium, and squaring Venus in Aquarius. The moon in Libra is us reacting and responding to our relationships, the way that we see things as just, the beauty in the world, other people, these sort of things. And this is going to make for quite an interesting energy. Why? Because we gotta look at what this moon is aspecting, right? Of course, it's making the sextile over to Sagittarius, which is bringing up new opportunities to believe in new types of connections or believe in new relationships, or the rekindling of our current relationships to make them stronger and to make them, feel just better for us, of course, right? To actually seek the beauty more in these relationships that we have. But of course, the moon's going to be a little bit strained in Libra because it's going to be squaring all of the Capricorn energy, where Jupiter is, where Venus is, but is leaving very, very soon over the next day or so. It'll be coming into Aquarius. And of course, the big bad boys, the big bad wolves, of Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. The other thing that makes this huge is the fact that because Pluto and Saturn are coming together in Capricorn, it's going to be squaring the space where these energies last conjuncted, which is Libra. So in many ways, the moon is actually bringing up a lot of these elements from the subconscious of the last time that Pluto and Saturn conjuncted, and it's going to be squaring that spot. This is why since that time, which was like in the 80s or so, relationships have shifted and dramatically altered. You've also seen a higher rate of divorces. You've seen a higher rate of people just feeling the need that they have to be single. You see a higher rate of people just not really trusting in relationships. That's because the relationships as we know it are ending. They are transforming in a super freaking powerful way. Now, what makes this interesting is the fact that Venus is going to be moving into Aquarius soon. So yes, the moon will be in an air sign and Venus will be in an air sign. But since Venus is at the beginning of Aquarius and the moon will be towards the end of Libra upon this square, upon this connection, it's going to be more of a square than it is a trine. So even though they are in harmonious energy as far as being in the same element, there's still going to be a bit of a discord because of that squaring energy. It kind of gives you this sort of like almost sort of breaking through kind of energy where it's like just there, but it's like the moment right before the seed breaks through the surface. So the moon in Libra, like I said, of course, this is us reacting, responding to our relationships and the people around us, to our sense of beauty. And with Venus now being in Aquarius, which is the ruler of Libra, we are definitely going to be looking out into the populace and wanting to find more beauty in the collective. But it may be a little bit difficult to do so because we are being reminded of all the times that we connected with people in the past and how it may or may not have gone well. That's why we have to remember the sextiling energy over to the sun, because the sextiling energy is going to bring up new opportunities for us to believe again, to believe in ourselves again, to believe in relationships again, and to have that deeper sense of trust. The next time that Pluto and Saturn come together is going to be in Pisces, and that's going to be in like the 2050s. So we got a while before those energies even come together again. At least I think it's the 2050s. Maybe I have to like re-look at my stuff like that to make sure that that's correct. But it's going to be around the 2050s. Yeah, it's about a 29, 30-year cycle. It's going to be in the 2050s, and it's going to be in Pisces. That's interesting because this is going to really be effectively ending that whole energy where it conjuncted in the 80s in Libra, and now it's squaring that energy in the conjunction in Capricorn. It's going to move on to Pisces. Pisces, which of course sextiles Capricorn. And the sextiles, like I say, bring opportunities. So the next time that these energies conjunct, and based off of energy that's going to be carrying from the last conjunction, you're going to see new opportunities and relationships rise up and how it really can truly be super fucking magical. And what's interesting about the next time that these energies conjunct, after this conjunction that we're going to get in the beginning of 2020, is that the North and South node will be in Virgo and Pisces respectively. So we will actually have eclipses on top of that conjunction. Very interesting as well. So this is definitely a destiny moment. I feel like the moon here is really the sort of precursor on what's to come and what we're going to experience over the next 30 or so years, where relationships begin to take new form and begin to take shape. But this is going to be based off of course, our belief in ourselves and our belief in each other. And it was interesting too. I want to mention this because relationships are some of the hardest things that we get into in this life, but they also are one of the largest mirrors. But think about it. We trust people driving in these metal machines, in these metal boxes, more than we trust each other in relationships. The amount of trust that goes into hopping into a car and getting out there on the road is pretty much unmatched, even though it's the most dangerous game. And I know some people may say, like, I don't trust other people driving, but it's so, you just never know. You really never know. Accidents happen every day, crashes happen every day. And of course, you never want to get that phone call that someone that you know and love got into an accident. You just hope that they're okay. But if you just stop and think about it, the level of trust that it takes to hopping into a metal box and going out on the road and to zip past other metal boxes at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, that amount of trust, imagine if we converted that trust into areas such as relationships, into areas such as politics, because in many ways Capricorn can rule politics. Imagine if we transferred that level of trust into our society and into each other. The world will probably be a lot better place. And I'm not saying there won't be crashes. I'm not saying that there won't be mishaps. But if we took that level of trust that we have when we go out and drive on those roads and we brought them into our relationships, I think a lot of things would change. I think a lot of things would be different for the better ultimately. Moon in Libra, sextile the sun in Sagittarius, squaring the Capricorn stellium and squaring Venus in Aquarius. Kind of interesting energies. I'll see you all very soon on the next lunar transit. Y'all stay blessed out. Peace.